Well, hello. Guess what? We're in that time of year when it's Oktoberfest time. Yes. And they have Oktoberfest here in Japan too, although we were going to go out the night of the typhoon, and of course they closed down the beer garden because of the typhoon. So instead we had Oktoberfest at home, and look at this. This is Oktoberfest broiled cheese Frankfurter and sauerkraut baguette. Oh, crunch of the baguette. The sauerkraut, which has some Dijon mustard in it. You get the mildness of the cheese on top of that, and then the Frankfurter. Wash it all with some beer. It's Oktoberfest time. Let's go in the kitchen and make some of these beauties right now. All right, to make our Oktoberfest broiled cheese Frankfurter and sauerkraut baguettes. Well, first of all, we have the baguettes. One long baguette cut in half and then split. So we're going to use like 4 pieces. Some would be tops and some would be bottoms. Over here we have the Frankfurters or bratwurst. Anything will be, it has to be a pre-cooked sausage, basically. So Frankfurters, anything you can eat raw as is. You don't want one that is actually raw. We have here the sauerkraut, 1 cup of sauerkraut. We have the cheese that is 8 ounces, half a pound, 230 grams of cheese. Mozzarella cheese in this case, grated. You could use mozzarella, you could use Gouda, you could use cheddar, anything that melts nicely. Over here we have a half an onion which has been quartered and thinly sliced. Again, you can see the Kitchen Tech video for that. It shows you exactly how we do that. Here we have 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise, 1 teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Now this is not the Dijonnaise, this is the Dijon, the sharper one. There is a video, focus on ingredients video, that goes over the difference between Dijonnaise and Dijon, but this is the sharper one of the two. And then 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which we're going to put into the frying pan right now. So what we're going to do is with the frying pan is we're going to bring that up medium heat. And first thing we're going to do is toss in the onions. All right, what I'm going to do now is I want to brown the onions just slightly. Basically I want to soften them and maybe give them just a little bit of color. So I'm going to cook these for 5 minutes, stirring them occasionally at on medium heat. All right, so see you in 5 minutes. Right, that's been about 5 minutes. You see our onions are starting to brown a little bit. They're just right. Now I'm just going to add in the salt and the pepper. I'm going to toss in this Dijon mustard. And just first we'll mix that a little bit around. That's good enough. Toss in the sauerkraut. All right, oh, that smells good. Now all I'm going to do now is just mix around. We'll get the all these ingredients basically distributed through each other. And cook the sauerkraut for just about 2 to 3 minutes. You don't really need much. We just want to cook it a little bit where you get the flavor, this flavor of the mustard, the salt and pepper and the onions mixed throughout there. So while that's cooking, let's get these ready. So, I've got a baking tray here. Just gonna plop these on the baking tray. This guy's gonna need a little help. He's got a little high spot there. Just rip that off. There. Okay, I'll sit up against his buddy here. All right, so keep stirring this every once in a while. Take the mayonnaise, and just divvy the mayonnaise up amongst the different pieces here of baguette. Okay, so those are ready. Let's have a look at our, like I say, this really doesn't need to cook long. Look at that, that's good. Let's kill it. I'm going to kill the heat, not yet. And then, what I'm going to do is take this and just create a little bed for our Frankfurters here on top of each baguette. Okay, so now each of these baguettes has a little bit of sauerkraut mixture on it. Oh, that is very delicious. Now, I take these. These are quite bent, so they're going to kind of work their way off there a bit, but that's okay. If you're using bratwurst, they're usually a bit straighter than these guys. But we work with what we get. All right, so we got those all set down and just push them down into the sauerkraut. And then we got the cheese. And then you just kind of work that across here. Okay, as you can see, it's not an exact science. You're going to get cheese spilling over and falling off. That's okay, because you know those are little treasures. They're always so good. They brown on there, and I like to scrape those off to eat them too. All right, we're going to put these now into the oven, which is we're going to broil them, and it's probably be about 8-10 minutes, depending on your broiler, how hot it is and all. You might need a bit more, might need a bit less. What you got to watch for is just watch for that cheese is going to be melting down onto there, and it's going to be browning a little bit, but we don't want it melting right off these. We want it to be staying on there a bit. So just keep an eye on it. When it's a little bit brown and melted, they're done. Bring them out of the oven. All right, we'll see you when these come out of the oven. All right, that's been 8 minutes in the oven, grilling under the broiler. Mwah! Those are perfect. Now what you're going to want to do is just let them cool down just a little bit and just run a blade through here, cut the cheese through here. Cut the cheese. Yeah, there's going to be jokes about that. Okay, cut through here and separate them. You can kind of work them apart a little bit while they're still warm here. But usually just give them a minute or so. Oh, look at that. That's going to come apart. You want to just get them apart so it's easy for somebody to eat these, okay? All right. Have a great Oktoberfest. Now, if you go to the link appearing on the screen, you can get the free printable recipe for Oktoberfest broiled cheese, Frankfurter, and sauerkraut baguettes on our website. Also, remember to check out the kitchen tech and focus on ingredient videos. See how we cut our onions and what kind of mustards we use, things like that. What is the difference between the different mustards? Now, go print out the recipe. Have fun making and eating this Oktoberfest treat and make cooking fun again with Kuma's Kitchen.